Also, guys, before I get into today's video, I wanted to go ahead and say that this is a older video and some time has passed and we've done a few things to the truck. The transmission ended up going out like y'all seen in the last video, and come to find out, my truck doesn't even have the torque converter that was in my truck when I dropped it off. And from all of the research and people that I've talked to, if you throw a bad torque converter in a good transmission, it can literally eat the transmission, sending metal shavings and whatnot through it. So pretty sure him stealing my old torque converter and throwing like a junk one in there, or who knows what, out of who knows what vehicle, is one of the reasons that my transmission went out anyway. So that's great. Let's get into the video. What's up, guys? This is my 6.0 POWERSTROKE SEMA truck. Are you interested in having your truck broke down for almost a year? Main Street Auto and Diesel in Frankfort, Kentucky. Go check them out. We'll get you taken care of. You can also buy a billet low pressure oil pump off of Main Street Auto and Diesel, Danny Bryant in Frankfort, Kentucky. And whenever you buy your billet low pressure oil pump that's gonna go into your truck will be like a scarred up, like 200,000 mile, I guess, stock or Dorman, or I don't even know. I don't know what brand this is. It's probably from Alibaba. So yeah, whenever you're gonna get a River City Diesel billet low pressure oil pump, this is what goes back in your truck at Main Street Auto and Diesel. No, but seriously, guys, all jokes aside, we've got a lot to talk about, okay? We have a lot to talk about. And I'm sorry that I ghosted y'all, but I'm a good guy. I'm a great guy, okay? I have worked with so many companies in the truck industry. Bora, JTX, freaking Stryker, PMF, Grill Tech, J&K, Blessed Performance. Okay, I don't even know, okay? Because it's been so long since I've made a truck video. It's been so long because of this, okay? Because of this. But I have worked with so many companies. Fast Fuel Systems, there's another one. But I have always been such a positive influence in the truck scene, and non-drama starting. Unless people start drama with me, then I can get kind of sideways. I know. I don't like bashing companies, okay? This one, however, deserves to be bashed. 100% so screwed up, okay? And of course, it's my luck. I know I had a couple of comments whenever I first dropped my truck off here. A couple of comments. Not quite a few, just a couple. But anyway, I had some comments saying that I was going to get screwed over. And from all the research and all the reviews that I had done, I really didn't think that I was going to. But anyway, I definitely did. So we're going to go over that in this video. So we're going to start with where we're at now. The truck is currently in my shop. I've had my truck in my shop since, let's see how long. Okay, so I dropped my truck off December 28th. Okay. This was me driving my truck for the last time decently reliable. But here it is on December 31st. My truck was torn apart January 19th, okay? This is the worst day of my life. My truck getting torn apart in this garage, okay? Supposedly it was going to take like a month or two, which is fine. To some people that's too long, but I'm fine with a month or two. So here's me. So oblivious. Look at this, wearing the same pants that I'm wearing right now on January 19th. So let's fast forward. We're just going to go through all of my photos, okay? I'm going to put my camera over here for a second. I've got timestamps and everything, it's not good. Okay, here's my truck, March 31st, okay? So pretty much April 1st, my truck is somewhat back together. Here's Gabe. Gabe is a great guy, I think. I don't know if he's a very good mechanic, but he's a great guy. Anyway, here's my truck April 6th. So you would think, oh my gosh, Justin, why are you trashing on this company? They got your truck done in 4 months. That's not horrible. As long as it's absolutely perfect, that's acceptable. Okay, remember the date, April 6th. Okay, so you remember the date, April 6th? So April 6th to May 22nd. Okay, so the truck was together April 6th. On May 22nd, I got to actually ride in the truck for the first time. Now, I did not get to pick the truck up this day. But here's my truck. Okay, absolutely ripping at first, am I right? Absolutely ripping. But supposedly there was IPR issues. So we have Danny, we have an IPR, and we have this funny meme. So apparently there was IPR issues, and that's what took a month. So an IPR issue ended up taking a month and a half because it was April 6th until May. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Alright, sorry. That was a company that is supposed to fix this mess. I don't even know if it can be fixed. I feel like I just need to just go buy a new motor. Alright guys, so here we are. June 15th. I have it home. So it was like April 26th until June 15th after that IPR issue. So this is me driving my truck home. She was pushing hella coolant, boys.
I'm gonna hope and pray that it's a bad lid.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad lid.
Pushing literally probably as much coolant as when I dropped it off, sadly.
Alright, so that was June 14th. Listen to all that coolant pressure, boys. Alright. Next up.
So these drops weren't here whenever I got here.
And let me just pause for a moment.
See?
These bolt heads are so rusty, okay? So these are not the bolts that were in my truck whenever I dropped it off. My oil pan bolts, sorry, but they were not rusty like that. And not to even mention, it does look like it has a new starter on it though. There's oil pouring all over it. But anyway, let's see, let's back up. Right here, look at this oil pan, okay? I don't know if somebody went at it with a flap disc or if like they went through like a briar patch. That thing's looking rough. Alright, anyway, so that was June 14th. So this is June 14th. Keep in mind, on June 14th, I still do not have a truck because I don't call this having a truck. When it's pushing more coolant than it did whenever I dropped it off and it's pouring oil everywhere. But hey, look at her. Look at her go. Hey, she laid down the smoke, son. That was the, and what's funny is that's literally just like, I mean, I'm barely touching the gas. I'm not going fast at all. This is my wife filming, and we're literally just driving 70 down the interstate. But it has 205 100s, so she was pretty smoky. She was very smoky. Here's this video.
This is with the new cap.
This is with a new cap. Keep in mind, guys, look, like anytime your shit looks like that, anytime your coolant bottle looks like that, boys, you're done. You're done. It's game over.
Zero burnout. Zero burnouts. Zero pulls. Nothing over a quarter throttle. Never really over 2,000 RPMs. 5.4 miles.
So that was after driving at 5.4 miles.
Push that much coolant.
and I had cleaned the bottle off. So I drove the truck 5.4 miles, and my coolant bottle looked like that. So deep down inside, yes, I knew that my head gaskets were blown again.
Hopefully bad cap. New cap. Cleaned it all off.
Okay, so this was before. Audible click, ready to go. And so that was this was at 2:58 p.m. This was at 3:16 p.m. There she is. And here's all the oil pouring out of her. This is setting out in my driveway pretty much. So now we're on June 19th. And this is at 9 o'clock p.m. This is after I've got off work, you know, because I still have to work on other people's stuff as well. I didn't really trust that Danny was going to like be able to get enough stuff done by himself. So I took it upon myself to rip the entire front of the truck apart for him, because I told him that the truck was not leaving my garage. If he wanted to stand behind his work and he wanted to fix it, if it had blown head gaskets, no matter what, if he wanted to fix my truck, he could do it here. Okay, he said that's fine, give him 2 days. This was on June 19th. Okay, hold on. So June 19th at 9 p.m. I tore the entire front end off my truck. Just trying to be a nice guy, okay? Because I'm sort of a mechanic myself, just mainly with suspension. I don't like fooling with engine stuff. So anyway, so I tore everything off the front of this truck to make it easier and to make it quicker. Why was this photo taken on June 19th? And this is today. Monday, October 9th. So this is when we started worrying about the block. So I have this screenshot from one of my videos. You can kind of see like flap disking marks, you know, like some sanding marks and whatnot. And I'm not going to say that this is the exact one that Danny used on my engine block, but it was a disc that looked like this on some sort of a little angle grinder that looked like that, you know, a little die grinder. So then Danny actually did show up the next day, June 20th. So you seen June 19th was right here. So this was June 19th. This is June 20th. Danny did come down and he pulled my engine apart. He wanted to get the heads off so he could check the heads. At this point he thought that it was bad heads. Okay, it was the head's fault. I'm not sure why that shit is so rusty looking. But anyway, we're just besides that point. Yeah, so here is the engine block, and you can kind of still see like those grinding marks, head gasket material, all that, blah blah. So the engine block, we were down to engine block. The front cover was still on at this moment, I think, because I think I took a picture. Yeah, so June 21st, this is what she looked like, boys. She still had the front cover and stuff on, but she had no heads on, no top end. So now we're gonna fast forward to August 3rd. I don't remember the exact day that he came down, but by August 3rd, we had the heads on and they were torqued down. We had no valve covers. I'm not sure if the injectors and stuff were in there, but we have the heads back on. And now what ended up happening with the engine block. And now some of y'all are probably going to get a kick out of this. Some of y'all may say that it's correct. I don't even know. But he brought down from his machine shop, the guy at the machine shop gave him a straight edge, like an engine block straight edge that you like lay onto the block, and then you use filler gauges and you go underneath it in like a couple different places. And it was kind of past the limit in a couple of places. So he used some sort of like stone, and he like slid the stone on the engine block, or it wasn't out of spec anywhere, but he wanted to use the stone anyway. So he used the stone and slid it across the engine block, WD-40, razor blade, stone, whatever, and smoothed the engine block down, and that's why there are heads on this truck now. One of the heads that I had supposedly, the machine shop that checked them said that one of the O-rings, because I went with the O-ringed head, and I still have that in this box right here, that O-ringed head. So I have the O-ringed head still because I would love to, I need to send that back. I don't know why I haven't sent that back already. But anyway, POWERSTROKE Products was awesome, and they warranted the head. They don't think that that would cause any issues, but they warranted the head anyway, and I need to send that back to them. So I'm very sorry that I've went through all this, and I've totally forgot to send the head off. But anyway, so they sent me a new head because one of the heads checked out at the machine shop perfectly fine. It was A-OK. They literally had 147 miles on them or something. The other one supposedly protruded away from the head a little bit less or a little bit more than the others. I don't remember. I think it was a little bit less. So Danny didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable, blah, blah, with putting it back together with possibly a bad head. So I reached out to Matt at Bless Performance. Absolutely awesome guy. Bless Performance, huge shout out to Bless Performance, guys. They have literally tried to help keep me sane during all this, but there's really nothing more they can do. Honestly, like at this point, I'm just going to either have to like buy a new motor, put it back together, which is probably what we're about to do some videos on. So anyway, huge shout out to Matt, huge shout out to Bless Performance, awesome company, huge shout out to POWERSTROKE Products. Even though I haven't really got to run their products, at least they warranted that like 6 months, 8 months after I literally got the heads. So anyway, we have the truck here now, and it has the heads on because they sent us the new head. I watched Danny kind of prep the block. It was only him, none of his employees. I wanted it to just be Danny because when I originally dropped my truck off, he told me that he was going to be the only one that touched anything on this truck. And then he ended up having wrist surgery, and pretty much all of the employees were working on my truck. He was working on my truck. It was just, you know, it wasn't what I was told whenever the truck was dropped off. When we took the truck apart, there was like a lot of stuff that he found that he wasn't happy with on the truck that supposedly his employees probably done and blah, 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 blah. It's always someone else's fault, which is fine. Maybe it was his employee's fault. I don't know, okay? I don't know if he even knows at this point. So fast forward, I guess a couple of months to now. He's been back one more time since we put the heads on to put the valve covers, the manifolds, and I think that's all. I'm pretty sure valve covers and manifolds was the last time. And now we need some new O-rings for our regulated return. I went ahead and picked up a front cover gasket and a low pressure oil pump cover gasket. And then that's whenever I discovered this. This is just a normal like stock low pressure oil pump, I guess, out of one of the hundreds of trucks that he's probably worked on, or maybe it was out of my truck. I hope it wasn't, because it's pretty scarred up, and the scarring on this oil pump doesn't really match my actual front cover. My front cover looks okay. I've seen them like so much worse than this, but I mean, it looks okay to me. I don't know. So we're gonna run with the front cover. I need to get a billet low pressure oil pump, which, keep in mind, I purchased a billet low pressure oil pump, sent Danny the money. Hold on, I'll show you. So right here was where I bought the T4 setup. So right here, February 8th of 2023, I sent him the $1,000. That was for a low pressure oil pump and a new power steering pump. That doesn't look like a new power steering pump to me, but anyway. All right, sorry guys, I'm back. I had to run inside while I fixed some grilled chicken salad. Oh my gosh, it was good. Sorry that I quit looking at the camera and I look in my little lens thing, because I just see my motor tore apart in the lens thing, and it's just like, just keep in mind guys, I picked the truck up in June, okay? The truck was torn apart like this, all the way down to the block like I showed you, like 3 days after I picked it up, okay? And it was supposed to take 2 days. I don't know what kind of math we're doing here, but June to October is 4 months pretty much. 4 months! Okay? So, like I said at the beginning of this video, I have worked with a lot of big companies in the truck industry, okay? Sponsors, friends, just companies, you know, like on business terms, getting paid and not getting paid. Like, I've I've been doing this for a while, okay? And I'm not the type that when some stuff goes wrong and it's in their control and they can fix what they messed up and make things right, to make a video to blast this. You know what I mean? Like, say Striker made a lift kit and the 4-link arm broke in half. I mean, that's a little excessive, but say that happened. And it was on a customer of mine's truck that I done a YouTube video on. Like, I would at least be like, yo, Striker, this 4-link arm broke in half. And if they were like, okay, we'll send it out to you. And they sent it out to me and they fixed it and it was like a stronger design or something and it didn't break in half, I wouldn't talk to anyone about it other than like maybe make like a funny Snapchat like of it literally broke in half or something. That's besides the point, okay? It's been almost a year with no truck. I'm not in the wrong by making this video. And there's over 20,000 of you that have clicked the subscribe button on my YouTube channel that I used to consistently make videos of this 6.0. And sometimes, dude, it freaking breaks my heart that I let you guys down. Not only did I let myself down by letting this shit go on this long, but I let you guys down by not updating you like I originally planned. Because you would think, like, if someone's getting, you know, thousands and thousands of views, there's thousands and thousands of eyeballs seeing your customer's content on his truck, and he drops off his truck to you, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that see his truck and know his truck. And he said, you know what, that it would be an honor, you know, to do this truck and whatever. Why not do like the best job that you've ever done? Okay, and I would like to think that he would do the best job that he's ever done on this truck. If this is the best job on this truck, whew, I should have bought a 2-post lift, pulled the cab, and done it myself for the first time in my life. And I feel like I could have done a better job on this truck, realistically speaking. So anyway, where does the channel go from now? This is just an update video. I'll make another one whenever we decide what we're going to do with the truck. If I'm going to put it back together, if I'm going to pull the motor and send it somewhere, if I'm just going to buy a complete motor and run this one over with the truck after I put it back together and just total it all out, or I don't know, okay? But stay tuned, because all this green is getting gone. New motor or fix this motor, big rowdy burnouts, another set of JTXs, finally going to be at some truck shows next year. Like, it's time to start saying next year. Like, show season's pretty much over, and I missed the entire year. One entire truck season, truck show season. For a YouTuber who makes money off of doing this, that's a big deal. So, like, not only have I not had a vehicle, you know, I had to buy another vehicle, I've not had my truck that I have my YouTube channel with. I've not been able to make as much YouTube income because of all this. So it's been very aggravating, and I've been kind of like in a hole, like trying to not make a video, but then again, like I want to make a video, and I've wanted to make a video since like I picked it up and it was pouring oil everywhere, but then I was like, oh, I'm such a nice person, I'm gonna let him fix it. And now I'm here. So I done all this to myself. Like, y'all ain't got to comment, it's my fault. I understand that it's my fault. We're gonna get this thing fixed before the end of the year. So be ready for some content before the end of the year. My plan at the moment is to get this truck running and driving, okay? It's not gonna have the big 12-inch lift on it anymore. I've already sold it. So you're probably wondering why there's green underneath it. It is at 4-inch in the rear, and it's gonna be at 4-inch in the front. So it's gonna be on a 4-inch lift on stocks and 34s or 35s for the time being. And it's all gonna be crappily garbage, oil all over everything, coolant all over everything. The powder coat underneath the entire truck is destroyed from it, you know, being at the shop or whatever. So everything underneath it is destroyed powder coat wise, is in order for it to be a show truck. You know, it's nowhere near a show truck anymore. So anyway, this is the downfall of Justin Hawk Smith, but get ready for the come up of Justin Hawk Smith, because next year it's gonna be pretty lit. We're gonna be back at the shows. The truck's gonna be rowdy. The truck's gonna be low and wide. I just want to say thank you all. For anyone that's going to watch this video that's still subscribed and still is going to click on one of my videos after how big I failed my audience by not keeping you all up to date with all of this that happened. I just want to say thank you. And to all the companies, Turbo Time USA, PowerStroke Products, Bless Performance, because you got to think like this motor build wasn't really going to cost me hardly anything, but it's because of you guys. Okay, that's why it wasn't going to cost me anything, because I was going to test all these parts and advertise for this company and advertise for all these other companies because they deserve it, you know. Well, this company doesn't deserve the advertisement that was going to build the truck, but all the other companies I think deserve it 100%. So, and we still will. We will make it up to you guys. We will do some rowdy burnouts with y'all's parts and get y'all some views, and we're going to make this truck badass again someday, I promise. So with that being said, I know it's been a while since you heard me, but always remember, everybody starts out as nobody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Also, there's probably a couple of things that I missed in this video, but just don't take your truck to Main Street Auto and Diesel in Frankfort, Kentucky. That's, if you didn't listen to a lot of things in this video, just put that in your brain, okay? Put that in your brain. Don't go there. If you guys have made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Make sure to stay tuned for episode 2. We're going to be going over more fuckery from this place, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.